Hi, I'm Michael Newrock from Profiteer. I'm just about to take a Binance trade or BNB USD. You can see my trade management is set up and I've had a buy alert just recently. I didn't take it at the time, but I'm looking at it now. You can see that the high time frames, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly overall is giving a long or buy consensus. It's an upward move. And you can see over the last few months, the trades have been incredibly accurate. In fact, you can go back years, but just looking at our recent history, virtually every trade is a winner. So I'm going to take a trade on this. You can see the RSI, the MACD, and the stochastic are all on the right side of the trade, but they're not really powerful. So I'm just going to click on the text icon, click go long in the name, and then copy that over into the text. Click OK, and look at that. The trade magically happens. Now, the beautiful thing about it is you can take a trade in your own time. You don't have to take it when it's alerted. You can sit back, you can take a manual trade, and then after you've entered, your profit locking targets are in place, all your trailing methodologies are in place, and your trade is going to be managed totally automatically from this point. So I'm going to pause it and come back with part two and see how we go with this trade. Okay, I'm back. Now, what I want to do is show you that at any time in your trade, you can change the, in my case, now that I want to change the profit locking targets. They're a little bit big. You can change any settings that you want, the trailing methodologies, anything at all during the trade, and the trade will continue to be managed. Now, I've already entered my details here for my profit locking, and click OK, and there we go. So the profit locking targets are now in place. I'm more comfortable with that. It still represents a good risk reward ratio, and my new profit lock targets are in place. I think it's really important to always lock in profits, and if you do that and you do it consistently, then you'll continually be adding equity to your balance. That's really the end of the game. That's why you're doing this, to grow your account. So locking in profits is always a good idea, always a good idea. So I'm going to pause it right now. My profit locking targets are in place. It's looking really good, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Alrighty, profit lock target one has been hit. That's always a great news event. You can see here target one for moving those stops and locking in profits has been hit at 433, and that's always great. So I'm going to keep on riding this trade. There's nothing that I need to do. The system is managing itself. It's completely automated. Everything is looking in my favor. You never know with trading, but everything is looking good. We're looking strong on an upward trend. I'm all in for as big a move as the market will give me. All right, I'm going to pause now, and we'll continue this soon. Okay, I'm back. Now, this wasn't the big home run trade that we're always looking for as traders, and certainly my system is always looking at identifying those opportunities for. But hey, we got in at 402. It got as high as 433. That's over 3,000 pips. My profits were locked in for both my trades at 422 and 416. That's still a good trade. If I'm not losing, it's a good trade. So always be winning, even if your profits are small. If you're consistently doing it and you're getting in on the trade again, on the trend, if that trend continues, I'm going to get in again. And if it goes the other way, then I'm going to start selling. It just depends which way the market is going to go. What the market is going to give me is what I'm going to do my best to get. So I'm going to keep my eye out. In the meantime, it's a good trade. It's always bittersweet getting taken out. But the big thing is I got taken out with profits in play, locked in. All right, good trading. Live well. I'll see you soon. Hi, I'm Michael Newrock from Trend Profiteer. I'm just about to take a Binance trade that's BNB USD, and an alert's come up. I haven't taken it, but I can just click the text icon in my MetaTrader account, click the field, type in go short in name field, and then copy that over to the text field, click OK, and boom, there's the trade. Stop loss has been executed. The profit lock targets have been, let's have a closer look at that. I'll just squeeze that down. So we've got our profit lock targets in place, and that's 1, 2, 3. That's where the stops are going to be moved at every one of those points, and it's looking good. We're in an overall downward trend direction. Both well, daily and weekly are completely in the red, both trends and swings. And on the monthly, we've got one up and one down. RSI is below the 50 line, which is what we want to see for a sell or a short. MACD is below that zero line, and the stochastic is already crossed over. So this is a power swing to the downside. And I'm just going to pause now and see how we go with this trade. Now, all management is automatic from this point, even though I entered the trade manually. All right, see you soon. Okay, I'm back, and take a look at this. Price opened after the weekend quite a bit lower, and so much so that both parts of my trade have now locked in profits. So that's happened automatically, and I can just enjoy the ride from now on. Management is done automatically. I can intervene if I want to. And trend is looking continuing down as you would expect. It's moving in the direction that I expected it to. So let's see how this trade goes. We're at profit lock target 1. Let's see how far we can go. Alrighty, profit lock target 2 has been hit. Price just plummeted today, and as you can see by that big white candle, so my stops have been moved again, locking in even more profits, and that's the way, in my opinion, is the best way to trade. Always lock in profits as the price moves in your direction. Lock in profits. The beautiful thing about split trades is I can keep one of my stops a little tighter to price. So if there's a retracement, I'm going to get near to the full amount. And my split trade, the second part of my trade, I can keep a bit looser. So if it retraces, then continues to go in the direction I'm hoping, then I'll still be in the trade. So it's looking good. Target 2 has been hit. Profits are locked in. I'll see you soon. Hey, so I want to adjust my stops now. Everything is done automatically, but in this case, it's moved down so far, so quickly that I'm going to intervene. So I'm just going to go through the settings and go to the profit lock section, and I'm just going to adjust the profit lock moves. Now they've already happened, but by adjusting here, what will happen is that my stops will be tightened just a little bit more. So I'm going to change my second stop loss from 2,000 to 1,000, and my split profit lock, which is the second part of my trade, I'm going to change that from 4,000 to 3,000. So on the trend management section, you'll see that the profit lock sections have been changed accordingly, and we'll just wait for that change to occur. Now, sometimes it's instant, sometimes it takes a couple of seconds. Okay, there you go. So now both parts of my trade have been adjusted, and ongoing management of the trade will happen automatically. So this has just been a fantastic trade. It's fantastic that for me that the price has plummeted. I just turned the news on and everyone's going crazy, but I was in the trade, and that's the great thing. If you're always in the trade, in this case, I'm not losing out. because I was shorting this chart, and it's gone extremely well. You can see how much I've locked in at 335. This is a really, really good trade. So I'm going to pause again and let's see how far this trade will go, or how low can it go. Oh my goodness. Profit lock target 3 has been hit. So tremendous trade. And if you can see there, it's around 386 I got in. This was after two other power swings, and we're at 296. So 386, 296. It's a huge move. Uh, that's a means a lot of pips and a great return, depending on how many lots you're using on the trade. But this is the great thing about crypto. When it moves big, and if you know which way it's going to move, you're going to be in the money. All right, so I'll pause now. I'll be back soon. Okay, so I've come back and modified my stops for both parts of my trade. You can see I've placed the first part of my trade around 310 and the second part of my trade at 330. Now, I got in at 386. So the thing is, the pips are there. I'm going to secure as much profits as I can. Sure, I want to be in this trade for the long term, but it has dropped dramatically. I wouldn't be surprised if there is some retracement, and I want to secure as many pips as I can.